All Night Long is a retelling of Shakespeare's Othello, set in the jazz scene of the early 1960s. It is one of the London Underground films of director Basil Dearden. Dearden was a prolific British filmmaker who made workmanlike crime films and melodramas, putting out 1 to 2 films a year for nearly 3 decades. He understood the public's taste very well and earned respectable box office numbers, but never enjoyed the kind of real critical success during his career that he would get after his death in 1971. The London Underground series were a real departure for Dearden. Focusing on pressing social issues of the time, including interracial relations and homophobia. His film Victim, tackling the latter subject, is one of the boldest statements about sexual tolerance towards gay men that would appear on the screen in the 1960s. But because Dearden was known for catering to middle-of-the-road tastes, his London Underground films were seen at the time as an attempt to cash in on controversy, rather than being socially relevant and way ahead of their time. The collection of 4 films is available from the Criterion Collection, and I can't recommend them highly enough. Of the 4, All Night Long is one of the lightest in tone, but truly stand out in balancing a Shakespeare narrative with the backdrop of a cool jazz-infused party atmosphere and the nuts and bolts reality of the music business. Paul Harris and Marty Stevens turn in solid performances as Aurelius and Delia, the Othello and Desdemona of the film, but it's the supporting cast that really fire up the screen in All Night Long. Patrick McGoohan, known for his work on Secret Agent Man and later The Prisoner, here plays Johnny, the Iago of the film, and makes a nervous, sweaty-lipped conspirator who the audience can both despise and pity for his single-minded lust for fame. Keith Mitchell gives a quietly edgy and restless performance as Aurelius's bandleader Cass, whose drug problem has kept him from climbing higher, and who Johnny exploits to make Aurelius suspicious. Richard Attenborough plays Rod, the perfect host, and is, per usual, characteristically understated and utterly warm and charming. But it's Betsy Blair as Johnny's neglected girlfriend Emily who is really the most tragic character in the film, as she sees right through his awful behavior to what drives him, and still loves him anyway. It is interesting to note that throughout All Night Long, the central relationship between Aurelius and Delia, which is threatened to be torn apart, is never presented as an object of racist sentiments. Where other genre films about mixed couples would highlight racism and taboo romance over any other message, All Night Long simply skips it, just so it can tell a story about the tragic nature of ambition. It's refreshing and it's adult, and makes the film feel like something from today, not from a half a century ago. Beyond the great performances and its modern tone, All Night Long also showcases some wonderful jazz by Dave Brubeck and Charles Mingus. If you are a fan of either, it's a real treat to see these two at the top of their game. Patrick McGoohan even surprises here by doing his own drumming during a set, and he's really good. Who knew? For me personally, Brubeck's It's a Raggy Waltz is pure awesomeness. As instead of the clarinet lead he usually favored, here he plays with a British combo featuring trumpet and sax that really nails the ragtime feel of the piece. Listen and enjoy, and give All Night Long a look. It's an uncharacteristically modern adaptation of Shakespeare, and it's really, really cool. Till next time.